walking through Karnataka. That time, a wife and husband, they were longing to see him on the road. When he was going, a lot of people put petals, flowers. He's a great Swamiji, right? Use petals. He was walking through, and suddenly two people, a wife and husband, came and said, "Swamiji, please come to our house." A lot of people ask, right? A lot of people say, "Please come to our house," because it's so great saint. If he puts his foot into your house, it will be a great thing, right? So they will ask. He will say, usually his disciples, they said, no, please don't come nearby. So he was walking and he heard the voice of them, especially the mother saying, "Swamiji, please come to our house, please, please, please." She was begging. So he just stops and he will turn to them. What is it? Both wife and husband will say, "Please come to our house." He will say, "Why? What am I supposed to do?" "I will definitely come." "What is it? What is that?" "No, our son is not talking to anybody. He's not talking to anybody. It's not that he cannot talk. Don't think that he's dumb or something. He can. But he stopped talking. He stopped talking to everybody. He's just silent." He's 7 years old. The kid was how much? 7 years old. He completely, you're 7, right? Just like you. So what happens? He stopped talking. So he said, "Okay, I will come." So he goes to his house. "Please be seated," and he will ask the kid to come to that room where Swamiji was. He won't come. The 7-year-old kid won't come. He will say, "I will sit in that room, corner." That's it. He will not come. He will just close his eyes. He will not talk to anyone. So Swamiji says, Adi Shankara says, "Don't worry about it. I will come." So he will go and he will sit opposite to the 7-year-old and says, "Balaka, a child, why don't you speak?" The kid opens his eyes and says, "Why should I speak?" The first time he spoke after a year or so. "Why should I speak?" he says. Then he starts saying, to define Paramatma, who is Paramatma? What is Paramatma?
Dharma is the divine everywhere, including in ourselves.
Very good, very good. Big round of applause. Bhagwan. A divine, who is everywhere and he is also within us. Wonderful explanation. So, Paramatma, which is Bhagavan, absolute truth, right? If you cannot define the Paramatma, the 7-year-old is talking to Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara is a great saint. The 7-year-old is talking to Adi Shankara saying, if you cannot define the Paramatma in any of your words, because you do not know, he is beyond. So whatever you speak, it's going to be a lie. You cannot talk about the absolute truth. It's going to be a lie, whatever you speak, and talking to somebody. So, I don't know. Immediately Adi Shankara will tell his parents, I'm going to name him Hamsa Malaka. Hatsa Malaka. His parents will, why? What? Why? He says, usually the great people who do not talk unnecessarily, who is quiet, silent, which means they know very absolute knowledge. People often say, oh, he's dumb, he's not talking to anybody, he's aloof. But always remember, if somebody is talking too much, the literal world nowadays think it is very good. But actually, they are blessed who are quiet, not having some problems. But usually normal people, if they are quiet, something they are blessed. Adi Shankara says, they are blessed that absolute knowledge is already coming to them. They are in the process of it. That is why they don't talk much. So the kid did not talk and he called him. Why? Because the absolute knowledge is in the hand tips and he closes it. That is why he calls his name. Malaka means the middle of the hand, and Hatsa Malaka means its power. The entire knowledge is in the hand. He named the kid that, and he leaves. That guy, that kid, he becomes a great saint after. And there is a story behind it. Adi Shankara's blessings to the kid, he gets absolute knowledge then and there after that because he was in the process. So usually if you see Ramana Maharshi, I don't know how many of you read Ramana Maharshi or known Ramana Maharshi. When you go to Tiruvannamalai, Ramana Maharshi in those days never used to speak at all. He used to look at you and smile. That's it. He never used to speak much. If you go to Neem Karoli Baba, I don't know how many of you know him, but Neem Karoli Baba, where, what is his name? Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg went and stayed there in the ashram. They did not meet him there. When Neem Karoli Baba also looks at you and he makes some signs, he will talk to you. Suddenly he will look at you and say, he will tell his disciple, bring some chapati. Nobody will understand why chapati. He will ask him to take chapati and he will say, eat. He will not say why, what, and he will eat. And then next day he will come and say, he will cry. That guy who ate chapati, he will cry. What is the reason? Then that night, the guy would have seen absolute truth. He will see, like 100 people would come. He would not talk to anybody. Suddenly he will see that person and say, he will say, give him that. Neem Karoli Baba is so powerful because he was Hanuman. People think he is Hanuman himself, whatever. It's a different story. But lot of knowledge people in the world, they don't talk much. Meaning, unless like Adi Shankara, when he goes and challenges, he has to talk. There are gurus, they have to talk. But when you know absolute knowledge, you don't go to and mingle with people much. They will stop.